Hi everybody, my name is James. I'm making this video to tell you about my experience with P90X. This is my first day. I just got done with it. I got up at 4:30 a.m. since I have 3 young children. I have to wake up for school afterwards. And so it's the only time I can do it. It's either that or at the end of the day after everyone goes to sleep. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm 41 years old. I weigh about 260 pounds. About 20 years ago, I weighed 185. I was in the Navy. I was jogging. I was exercising, etc., etc. And then I was in a motorcycle accident. I lost my left leg below the knee. It took me a year and a half to really start walking again. Prosthetics technology back then was a lot worse than it is now. So it took me quite a long time, but I eventually ended up gaining about 90 pounds. I got up to about 273. And, well, I've recently, very slowly, started trying to lose weight. I was invited by some physical therapists I work with to go jog in the San Antonio Rock and Roll Marathon. I did, and I didn't do very well. I didn't expect to, but it was kind of a motivation for me. So I started jogging, and I ended up injuring my ankle, unrelated to the jogging, but it is preventing me from jogging until I heal up. I got posterior tibial tendon dysfunction, and it can take a couple months to heal. So the same physical therapist, she and some of her coworkers says, hey, we're also doing P90X. Maybe you should try that to fill the gap while you're jogging. And I was especially motivated because one of these physical therapists had just in 5 weeks enormous results. She, she was an extremely big girl, and just in 5 weeks she lost 7.5, 8 inches around her waist, and I was just amazed. So I decided I'd do it myself. Now, unfortunately, I discovered this very first day that I'm going to run into some problems. Like I said, I'm an amputee. Here, I'll show you. If you can see, after I move my chair here, I never claimed to be a video editor. I have an artificial leg. I'm actually also a prosthetist. This is what I do for a living now. So I help amputees like myself. I'm diabetic, and the wake-up call I had to start getting involved in things like the Rock and Roll Marathon and P90X and things like that in the first place was I've seen, and my daughter's in the background. Hello, daughter.
Hello.
This is my daughter, Victoria. She's very shy, so I'm a little surprised that she decided to come running over here. Okay, baby. Let me finish the video, sweetie.
Just a small little part.
All right, come on over. You realize everyone's going to see this, right? My shy daughter, who I actually tried to talk into getting in the video earlier and wouldn't do it because she was so shy, decided to go ahead and come on over after all. So anyway, so a large percentage of amputees in America lose their limbs because of diabetes. And I was watching what my patients were going through, and I was realizing that I was looking at myself in 20 years. If I didn't start doing things to get control of my blood sugar and I was taking medication, but I always told my patients that exercise, losing weight, eating healthier was important, and yet I wasn't doing it myself. So it was a kind of a wake-up call for me, and between that and my physical therapists who were urging me to join them in their various fitness routines, it was a bit of an inspiration. So I finally got me a copy of P90X. I did my first day today. Like I was saying, I ran into some difficulties. The things with prosthetics, for below-knee prosthetics anyways, is that the foot only really bends at the ankle and the toe if you put weight on it, quite a bit of it. I can go jogging. In fact, I have a specialized running leg just for that. And I can do about 1.7 miles now, which is the best I've done since I started jogging until I hurt my ankle about 2 weeks ago. So I discovered my difficulties with that. I have trouble with all the floor work, the push-up positions, things like that, because I can't get enough weight on the toe to bend it to stay in that position. And so it slips out from under me, things like that. So all those different push-up positions that you're supposed to do for the core synergistics for P90X anyways were just a nightmare for me. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to modify it. I started trying to maybe do a modified position off of my couch at a 45, 60 degree angle. I actually can get enough of an angulation on my toes that I can bend it enough that I don't go flying off of my position. So I'm going to try that in the meantime. In the meantime, if any of you happen to have any suggestions for how I can anchor my foot so it doesn't slide out from under me while doing all those exercises, especially the ones where, like the walking exercises where you're supposed to be in a push-up position while walking your feet, that's going to be really tough. Any suggestions for any modified positions where I might be able to handle that would be awesome. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and show you my before picture since I want to make this as real as possible, which, considering the fact I'm using a crappy webcam and I'm not going to edit it at all so that everyone can see everything. Here's my before picture. Let me back up a little bit here so you can get a good picture of it. So you can see that I'm not exactly thin and trim. I have a lot of Dunlap's disease, you know, my belly Dunlapped over my belt, Dunlapped over my lap. Unfortunately, I've discovered that losing weight, losing inches from my belly is the hardest part. I've actually lost a small amount of weight. I've lost about 15 pounds from when I started jogging before I injured my ankle. So there's that. I know I can do it. I've done it before. I actually weighed 220 pounds before I joined the Navy. Of course, I was, 20 years younger. So, that's about it. I'm going to make daily videos. I apologize for the extremely poor quality of it, but like I said, I figured it would have more impact for people when they see that it's, not professionally edited or anything else like that. And hopefully I can figure out a way to modify the exercises so that I can do this with my prosthesis without causing too much difficulty. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you for day 2.